We're here with head coach Mike Twardoski to talk Emory baseball. Coach, that time of year again, you guys have been gearing up, getting ready for the start of the season that's coming up this weekend. Kind of give your overall thoughts, assessment of the team as you head into the new year.
Sure. Well, we're very excited because we're very senior-based this year, so we have the experience on the team. And like any year, there's going to be some holes that we have to fill from guys graduating, but all in all, we're bringing back most of the team from last year. But saying that, we haven't gotten it done the last couple of years. We haven't won our conference the last 2 years, and we haven't been to a regional. So my job is to really promote, how to win down there, how to, not to hit so much, but how to have a great at-bat, or, not to throw, 90 miles an hour, but how to throw in the zone and not walk guys. So we've been really promoting, winning baseball like we've had the past, 15 years or so with us. But I'm very excited. I think the guys are really starting to take control of their bats. We're starting to walk a little bit more. We're starting to get in the zone and stay in the zone so we don't walk as much. And I think our defense is going to be a very good strength for us, and our base runner will always be there.
You were talking about the offense there. You return a lot of the last year's lineup, especially the guys at the top, all UAA performers, Richard Brereton, Ryan Ailman, Zeke Diamond, along with some other guys that had a lot of playing time last year. What can we kind of expect from the offense as a whole with that kind of group still intact?
Sure. Well, those guys are going to be in mid lineup. They're going to be 3, 4, 5, or whatever. So they're going to have to produce. I mean, you put those guys in those positions so that in that part of the game they're going to have to be with base runners on. But good pitchers usually pitch around guys like that. So they're going to have to learn how to maybe take some pitches, maybe not go out of the strike zone, not press a little bit when they don't need to, and have faith in the guys behind them. And the good part about that is I think that we're going to be 1 through 9 strong this year, or have a chance to be 1 through 9 strong this year. But those guys are going to be a big part of it. Jacob Green is going to be a big part of the lineup, and like I said, we might be 9 strong this year, which will roll the lineup over and get back into the top of the lineup, where most of the time that's where your runs are produced.
And on the other side of that, the pitching, you return your 3 main starters from last year, Brereton, Jack Moore, Jamie Robertson, along with some guys that were pretty solid out of the pen or as a spot starter, in Bryant Wise, Jack Brodsky, Joey Bach, just to name a few. Kind of how do you see the pitching kind of shaking out to start the year with those guys back?
Well, going into this season right now, that's going to be our strength. I mean, the stuff that this pitching staff has from top to bottom. I mean, our freshmen came in with great stuff too, and some of the sophomores have great stuff too. So I think our stuff is the best that we've ever had here. It's just now, like we talked about the hitters, we have to eliminate walks, and that was, I think we walked the most out of any team we've ever had last year. So we've got to learn how to pitch. We've got to learn how to get in the zone and stay in the zone and use the great stuff that these guys have. So I think pitching is going to be a strength of this team, and pitching because of the talent, but because how long our pitching staff is, that we could bring guys in 4-game series and 5-game series. That's going to be a main strength of this team this year.
And then you kind of touched a little bit on the freshmen coming in. I think you have a solid group of 7, 8 newcomers coming in. Kind of touch on those guys. Who can we kind of keep an eye on for, or thoughts overall from this group?
I don't want to name any because they've all done a great job, but I will tell you that we don't have a large squad this year, and those guys have been put in some pretty tough positions already in the fall and the beginning of the spring, and they've come through. So we're looking at the lineups now, and I've already talked to some of the freshmen. They might be in the lineup, and our pitching staff, like you talked about, some of the guys that are seniors and juniors, those are going to be the starters right now. But we looked at some of the freshmen that came in. They could be closer roles. They could be mid frame now, and then come up to starters. But I think the future for our freshmen and the way that they've been playing is very bright with how young we are and how talented we are.
All right, last thing before we go, season opening up this weekend. You guys are heading up to Piedmont. Pretty strong tournament. Piedmont, you guys, Virginia Wesleyan, and last year's national runner-up Birmingham Southern. Kind of talk on the opponents for this opening weekend and what can we kind of see this week.
Yeah, not just for this weekend, but for the year. I mean, it's a daunting schedule. I mean, I looked the other day just to kind of go through some scenarios that we didn't do with pitching and things like that. And you don't see a game that we could go, okay, we're okay with that. We can maybe use some role guys to get some time in. We don't have that, but starting Virginia Wesleyan has 3 very, very good pitchers right out of the chute, and Birmingham Southern will always be talented, and Piedmont's always talented. So, yeah, it's fun to play great competition. It really is, and I think we're going to be tested early, and it'll kind of show us where we are. So I'm very excited to go into Piedmont this weekend and see where this team stacks up against great talent.
All right. Thanks for checking in, Coach, and good luck this year.
Okay.